What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dojo Setting. Sorry I haven't been putting out things lately. It's been busy. I've been very busy. Today we are going to do kind of a weird thing. Today we're going to be talking about some of the myths and misconceptions of route setting. So before we dive in, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, lets me know what you guys want to see. Follow me on Instagram, and yeah. The first one is kind of silly, but I had an intern a while ago that after the first day of setting, they'd never set before. After the first day of setting, they're like, wow, this is really hard. It's like, well, yeah, it's manual labor. It's hard jugging up a rope. It's hard pulling up all the holds, and there are systems, pulley systems and whatnot that makes that easier, but it's still physically demanding. You're not sitting behind a desk, crunching numbers. You're physically doing stuff, as well as having to be creative all the time, especially full-time route setters. You kind of have to have ideas, and even when you don't want to do something, you still have to do it. Route setting is a very physically demanding and mentally demanding job. And then you have all the people critiquing your climbs afterwards, which is fine. I mean, not to say that you have to like every route. You don't have to. But, by calling it, worst route you've ever been on, total garbage, take it down. It's like, I just spent a lot of time making that for you. The other one that I want to talk about, one that I hear a lot, actually, when I tell somebody like, oh yeah, I haven't climbed this thing yet. I haven't sent it yet. Well, didn't you set it? Yeah. How did you set it if you can't climb it? So, that is a great question. You don't have to be able to climb everything you set. You can set projects. You can set stuff that's well beyond your limit. As long as the movement and the theory behind the movement works. For example, I have a lot of route setters on my crew that max out around V5, V6. So with that, I will occasionally, give them like, hey, you need to set a V8 today. And it's like, well, I can't, I don't know. It's like, just set it, and then somebody who can climb it will climb it, and then we can adjust from there. So you don't necessarily need to be able to climb your own things, as long as it's all there. And even, I would argue, something that I do a lot, I will set something, and as long as I can do the individual moves or come close to doing those moves, it's probably okay. Keep in mind, when you're forerunning climbs, you are forerunning a lot of climbs, so it's easy to get tired, especially if you save the hardest climbs for last. You might just be tired. It happens all the time. So, no, I don't think you need to be able to climb the climbs to set them. So, sort of tying into that, the big one, route setters are these mythical creatures. They're the strongest people at the gym and all that stuff. Not necessarily. I would say, generally speaking, more times than not, the route setters are some of the strongest people in the gym. But more importantly, in my opinion, more times than not, they have a good understanding of movement and how the body works. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be the strongest people in the gym. They just understand how to move. Another one that setters get all the time is there like a computer program or something that tells you where to put the holds? No. No, there is not. We think of everything off the top of our heads. I think one thing that route setters don't get enough credit for is that they spend a lot of time watching, observing, experimenting, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I know tons of setters that watch every comp, trying to get new ideas. They climb outside a lot, trying to get new ideas. They watch YouTube videos, Instagram videos, all these things, trying to figure out what would be some cool new things to introduce to the gym. No, there's not a computer program that tells us how to do our job. We are generally pretty creative people. I think one of my biggest ones now, and I suppose I'm going to end with this one, route setting has been viewed historically as kind of like the dirt baggy, volunteer to do it in exchange for a membership sort of thing. That's not the case anymore. Route setting is a profession. It is a career option that a lot of people choose that requires a lot of knowledge and a lot of know-how. I think the idea that route setting can be exchanged for a free membership or that it can be a minimum wage job is an outdated notion. There's the age-old analogy of climbing gyms being like restaurants. The routes are your dishes or entrees or whatever, and the route setters are the chefs. So without good chefs, you don't have good food, you don't have good routes. So in that respect, I think that a lot of route setters, not all, a lot of route setters probably deserve a little more as far as compensation goes. With that being said, that's a big conversation to have as far as what they are, like how much they're invested into it, what they're bringing to the table as far as a route setter goes. If they're bringing new ideas, are they a route setter or a hold installer? Think about that. It's a difference there. But overall, I don't think that this is a volunteer job anymore. I don't think that this is a minimum wage job anymore. We spend a lot of time, even off the clock, researching and trying to improve ourselves to be able to put better climbs on the wall. There are some myths or misconceptions about route setting. I need some ideas, guys. What should I do videos on? One of the hard things you'll see behind me, this wall is filled in. This is a part of my gym that has been closed down for the last couple of years, so I was able to sort of utilize it to shoot a lot of videos. But it's looking like it's going to be opening back up soon, which means I can't keep it blank for the videos. So a little bit of a bummer, but I'm glad people get to climb on it again. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas for videos, let me know down in the comments. Would definitely be interested in seeing what you guys want to see, especially with a little bit of creative block right now. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we will come out with some more stuff soon. So take care.